If you pay attention to the news or just the world in general, you immediately notice things have changed. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty eye-opening. For me, these are warning signs. It's time to buy more silver and gold. You must think about what's important to you: financial stability, family, health. For the most part, you need to have a reliable source of wealth. For me, that is silver and gold. I do want to thank you for joining me here at Cash and Coins, and I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to discuss the many reasons I'm stacking big and hard in 2023. First, let's look at the stock market. It's a mess. Look at the war in Europe. Again, that's a mess. Look at inflation. Another mess. Look at the U.S. debt. Another big mess. Look at the supply issues that we're having. Heck, last week I paid $8 for a dozen eggs. $8. I know, I couldn't believe it myself. Some things are just not right. Now, I am not a doom and gloom kind of guy. I don't want you to think that. But I got to know that I have something that might help me out in a bind. Now, I am a mini prepper. I have to say, I have the generator, I have solar, I have a little bit of food stashed, plus many other little things. And I have silver and gold. But let's look at what the media is saying. Look at the debt clock. We are at historical highs. The Treasury Department itself states the U.S. has hit a debt ceiling. I found this article in Reuters. It says, with mass layoffs underway, especially in the financial and technology companies, the unemployment rate was expected to rise to 4.3 next year from its current 3.5% and then climb again to 4.8% next year. And I just saw last night on the news, Google was letting go, I think, 12,000 people. So we might think that there might be a little break in unemployment, but as you see, it's only going to get worse. These indicators are pointing to a recession in 2023. Now, this Forbes article stated many economists and financial experts are confident a recession will happen in 2023, but some like Jamie Dimon, CEO with JP Morgan, are pushing predictions for a recession towards the end of 2023. This is something I feel that we can plan for and protect ourselves from. Yet, interestingly enough, remember when the government sent out all those checks? Did you know that Americans had saved over $2 trillion in savings? Yes, we couldn't spend it, so we had to put a lot into our savings. But something happened. Look at this article from Yahoo. U.S. consumers have spent more than $1 trillion saved up during the pandemic. New data from JP Morgan Asset Management published Monday shows estimated excess savings from U.S. households now stand at $900 billion, down from a peak of $2.1 trillion in early 2021 and roughly $1.9 trillion at the beginning of last year. Now, with that said, I do have to say we are a consumer economy, and that's okay. But while things are going to get tough, it might be a good idea to plan for tough economic times. And that just might be around the corner. What am I doing? Well, I'm buying silver and gold as part of it. But the economy, is not the only bad thing that could hit us hard. As I mentioned, there is a war in Europe, and that is getting pretty unstable. Look at this article from CBS News. As the U.S. allies arm Ukraine, Russia warns that losing a conventional war could trigger nuclear war. Russia keeps rattling its sword, threatening the world with nuclear war. Most say it won't because the world would end. And what would be the point? Of course, nobody would win. So I kept on researching to look at what many experts say and believe, and you know what I found? Believe it or not, silver and gold are still looked at as must-haves during an economic collapse, a recession, and even war. Look at these articles. Fortune magazine states, here's how to invest during a war, according to an expert at game-changing fintech company. Number 3, it says, focus on diversification. Think ETFs and gold. Crises like these make a compelling argument for diversification. And that diversification is gold. Gold, yeah, we got to have gold. Well, we know all the stories, Venezuela and all that. But let's keep looking at what experts say. I went on to Smart Assets, and they stated 5 things to invest when a recession hits. And it was very simple. Purchase precious metal investments. Yes, once again, precious metals made the list. But I'm going to give you one more, NerdWallet. Everybody knows NerdWallet. And they got their commodities are a popular investment for adding diversity to a portfolio and hedging against rising inflation and stock market volatility. Metals, some of the more popular metals are gold, silver, platinum, and other precious metals. Buying physical commodities such as gold or silver allows you to possess the good you own physically. The physical commodities purchased by investors typically are precious metals. I think that really sums it up. Although we might be coming into some tough times, some of the tough times are already here, we do have a way to survive and even thrive in a changing world. I see silver and gold filling the holes. Of course, there are many other things like I mentioned earlier, foods, supplies, just as one would prep for a hurricane or a tornado. It's always good to be prepared. Now, if I missed anything in this video, please put it down in the comments. And if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. I gotta say those things. And as I always say, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you on the next video.